Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela D, and I'm vlogging about anything and everything, but most especially being a single foster mom in Los Angeles County during the time of COVID. I have started and stopped this video so many times in the last couple days. I haven't posted much. I've been kind of but it's an important topic and I think everybody should hear about it. So I can't go into specifics, obviously. Buster is my current foster son. His real name is not Buster. That is a nickname. He's 3 months old. And he is the most joyful, happy, sweet, sometimes ornery baby on the planet. He's currently sitting in his little chair playing with some toys. Hopefully he lets me get through this vlog. But the goal of foster care is always reunification until a judge says that it's not. The next best thing that is true for most cases is if they can't reunify with their biological parents, then going to live with blood relatives. The next best thing after that, which is true in most cases, not all cases, is to go live with an extended family member who may not be related, but may be close to the family, could tell them about their heritage, tell them what their parents were like, keep them connected to their family. The last person, well, the second to last person on that rung is the foster parent. At least in Los Angeles, the state of California, foster parents do not take priority over biological family or extended family members that qualify to take care of children. After the foster parent are people that are on an adoption list, especially for babies. There are some foster homes that are foster only, not concurrent placement, which means they foster and would also adopt. And so there is a list of families waiting for babies that don't want to foster. They just want to straight adopt. So yeah, so that's the hierarchy of who the baby goes with. In Buster's case, it could very well be that he goes to live with a family member or a non-related extended family member. It's something that they can approach DCFS and they can approach the social worker at any time between the time the child is taken into custody and by the time the child is adopted, if they're not reunified. They can always come forward and say, hey, I am so-and-so's aunt, uncle, grandma, cousin, mom's best friend. I would like to be considered as a foster placement for this little one. So it's one of those things where you kind of have to wait and listen and see what the social worker says. So in order for that person to take custody of the baby, or I guess technically the county has custody of the baby, but take physical custody of the baby, is they have to go through the same stages to become foster parents as regular foster parents do. They have to pass a background check. They have to have a home study. They have to have like references and things like that. You can probably hear Buster in the background. You can't have any sort of, I think for extended family members and non-related extended family members, I think they do have to not have a criminal record for specific crimes. Like you definitely can't have anything with child abuse. You probably can't have anything with assault or battery or anything, a violent crime. I don't know the exact rules, but I know biological parents aren't held to the same standards as like extended family members are when it comes to criminal record. Because I guess you're assuming they have a criminal record if their children have been detained. But yeah, so they have to go through the process. I do think that the process for family members and extended family members is expedited. So they don't have to wait as long as a foster parent who's just coming into the system to be a foster parent to children that they don't know would have to go through. So I have been just kind of sitting and waiting and seeing what's going to happen and really thinking about Buster, and at any time any of his family could come forward and may have already. I wouldn't say if they had. But it's one of those things where I've had this little guy for 3 months. He's been in isolation or shelter in place for more than half of his life. I think we started sheltering in place in LA on March 17th. He was only a little over a month old at that point, a month and a half. And so we've been together 24/7, well, since the minute he came to my house, but specifically without any other adult interaction since the day we sheltered in place. I take it very seriously. I don't want him to get sick. I can't get sick because then who's going to take care of him? I recently had a family member diagnosed with COVID-19 and they're not hospitalized right now. So I'm really hoping that's a good sign. But it's very serious. And I hope if you're watching this, you're taking it seriously. I hope Your older family members or family members with pre-existing conditions are especially taking it seriously. And even so, even people who take it seriously may happen upon somebody who isn't and then catch it that way, which is the saddest. You right, buddy? He's trying to shove his fist down his throat. So that was what that cough was about. But yeah, people are contracting it from people who aren't being serious about it, and I don't think it's very fair because they're taking all the precautions they can. But our masks, unless it's like an N95, I think that's what it's called. Stop trying to eat your fist. Silly boy. The cotton masks we wear protect other people from our germs. It doesn't protect us from other people's germs. So unless everybody bands together and actually wears the masks, which, as we can tell from the news, lots of people aren't, none of us are super safe. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. If Buster were to go live with a family member, I was thinking about it. It would be good for him because he'd be able to keep his family ties. He would know about his heritage. I know that in many parts of the U.S., actually all of the U.S., people of color and families of color are torn apart at a higher rate than non-minority families. So having Buster go and live with his family member would help beat that statistic, which I think is great. On the other hand, I really love him and I want him to stay with me. So yeah, I'm still super supportive of his bio parents getting them back. They're working very hard. They still don't have a legal plan by the court system because that hearing keeps getting pushed. So they haven't been able to start anything, which is kind of a bummer. But hopefully that hearing happens soon and we can find out. And then since he's only 3 months, some people might be saying, oh, why did they wait so long to come forward? There are a lot of reasons why family would wait to come forward. Some of them wait to come forward until they get their life in order and have really sat and thought about if they can do it. Some of them don't know about the kids until later on in the case, or they don't know the kids have been detained. Some of the family members think it's enabling to take care of their children while they're in foster care because they feel like if they're with their family, they'll like rest on their laurels and not try hard enough to get their kids back. So a lot of family wait until the adoption stage to pop in and be like, oh, I know the kid's been in foster care for 36 months, but now that they're up for adoption, I want to adopt it. And in a lot of states, including California, they will give preference to that biological family, even though they've been with a foster family for 36 months. So it's a weird system. I think the state of Georgia has now said that depending on the case, foster families are on the same level as extended family members because kids will have bonded with them over however long they're with them, and some kids might not even know who those extended family members are, maybe never met them at all, and the only relationship they have with each other is blood ties. So, but in the end, I will say largely it is important that children maintain their biological connections as much as they can, and having them go to family members is the next best thing if they cannot be reunified right away. So kind of just taking it day by day, snuggle by snuggle, making sure he knows they love him. And I love being his foster mama, and he may not be mine forever, but he's mine for now, and he'll have my heart until the end of time. So yeah, I thought I would just pop in and address this topic because it is important. It might be timely. If I don't get on before tomorrow, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there who is a mother in one way, shape, or form, or a mother figure in one way, shape, or form. So yeah, hope you guys have a lovely weekend.